Dear listeners, we constantly try to present to you the true horror stories happening in the country and abroad.
Your like, comment, and subscription are a light in the darkness for us. And if you have ever heard of or experienced anything strange, mysterious, or spooky in your life, then share it with us. Who knows? Maybe your story will be the bone-chilling story of the next episode. Okay, let's get to the main story. The family in which this incident occurred was headed by a man named Ainal Bepari. He was a fish seller, but most people knew him as Ainal Maji, Ainal the boatman. The event took place during the monsoon season. In the monsoon, there's no fixed schedule for when the rain might start. As a light drizzle began to fall, Ainal Maji's wife suddenly remembered that she had left a goat tied up in the field. As soon as she recalled this, she said to her husband, "Go quickly, bring the goat back from the field." Ainal Maji replied, "You go, my net is torn and I'm mending it." The place wasn't far away, so without another word, his wife ran off to get the goat. Suddenly, a terrifying clap of thunder echoed. A short while after the lightning strike, when Ainal Maji saw that his wife hadn't returned with the goat, he grew worried. He went out in the rain and found his wife and the goat lying dead. They had been killed by the lightning strike. A shadow of grief fell over the family. Meanwhile, a problem arose concerning the burial of Ainal Maji's wife's body. Ainal Maji had heard that the bodies of those killed by lightning were considered valuable, and he feared that if he buried her in the cemetery, the corpse might be stolen. He had even heard of such thefts happening in various villages. With this in mind, he decided to bury his wife's body in his own yard, right next to his house, so that he could guard the grave. He was 100% certain it would be stolen from the cemetery. The body was buried as planned. After the burial, an influential person from the village came to see Ainal Maji and said, "Ainal, we want to take your wife's body. In return, we will give you a significant amount of money." Hearing this, Ainal Maji became furious and started cursing at him. He didn't even listen to how much money was being offered. He began shouting before the figure could be discussed. He yelled things like, "Get out of here! I won't do such a thing!" and drove the man away. Although the man was influential, he did not get angry. He left the house with a smile on his face. After walking a short distance, the man returned. Ainal Maji said, "Hey, you're back again? Didn't I tell you I won't sell the body?" The man then said, "Ainal, don't shout. Your wife is gone. What will you do with a dead body? If you get 5 lakh taka for it, won't you become a rich man? You won't have to catch fish anymore. You'll own paddy fields and have a barn full of cows. And do you think we'll take the body with a public announcement? We'll take it in the dead of night. Not even a crow will know. The way you're screaming, people will find out. Now, think about what you want to do. Even if you don't agree, it's no problem. How many days can you stand guard? This network is very powerful, very cunning. They will steal the body from your wife's grave and you won't even realize it. Now, the decision is yours. I'm leaving." Hearing this, Ainal Maji was lost in thought. Firstly, the mention of 5 lakh taka tempted him with greed. Secondly, he thought that even if he didn't sell the body, they would steal it anyway. He would lose the body and miss the opportunity to get the money. After much consideration, Ainal Maji met with the influential man and said, "I agree." The man then told him, "People will come tomorrow night. They will hand you the cash first and then take the body. It's not like they'll take the body and make you chase them for the money, so don't worry." The night after the burial, late at night around 1 or 1:30 a.m., 3 or 4 men arrived. As planned, they dug up the grave and exhumed the body. After receiving the corpse, they handed over 5 lakh taka in cash to Ainal Maji. In 2003, how much was 5 lakh taka? You can surely understand. 20 years ago, that was a huge sum of money. He was overjoyed to receive it. The men refilled the grave so perfectly that it was impossible to tell it had been disturbed. The men had everything prearranged to transport the body. A boat was ready to carry the corpse for part of the journey. After that, another vehicle was ready, a horse-drawn cart. This cart belonged to Tofa Dada. When the body was moved from the boat to the cart, for some reason, Tofa Dada became very frightened.
Go. At that moment, Tofa Dada was handed 5,000 taka in cash. For a man who didn't even earn 5,000 taka in a month, this was a lot. In the end, he agreed. He had no choice, as he had been hired for this specific task. If he refused on the spot, he would be in trouble later, because the people who had hired him were influential. Anyway, he started transporting the body in his horse cart. There were no problems along the way. They had primarily used the road on the town's protective embankment in Rajbari to avoid the main paved road where there would be more traffic and a chance of being seen by acquaintances. They reached Rajbari and handed over the body to some people at a designated spot. The man who had accompanied Tofa Dada went with the body. Tofa Dada then started heading back home with his horse cart. On his way, there is a place called Kachrando, which has a cemetery. As he neared the cemetery, Tofa Dada saw a body lying horizontally across the middle of the road. At first, he thought that perhaps a jackal had dragged a body from the cemetery and had fled upon seeing his cart, intending to take it to the nearby bushes to eat. He got down from his cart to inspect the body. He saw something terrifying. As he walked closer, the body seemed to vanish into thin air. Tofa Dada thought to himself, "What did I just see? Was I mistaken, or am I just imagining things because I just delivered a corpse? Or was what I saw real?" He was thinking this and feeling scared. Without further thought, he quickly got back on his cart and started moving again. He hadn't passed the cemetery yet. Suddenly, the cart felt incredibly heavy. It seemed the horse could no longer pull it forward. It felt as if something very heavy had been loaded onto the cart, or as if someone was pulling it back from behind. He turned his head to look back and saw the very same corpse he had delivered earlier lying in the back of his cart. And it was a woman's body. He knew this because the corpse suddenly let out a cackling laugh from behind him. The laugh of a woman is unmistakable. Tofa Dada realized he was in grave danger. Overcome with terror, he couldn't bear it any longer. He let out a piercing scream and fainted right there. The next morning, Tofa Dada regained consciousness. There was a house next to the cemetery, and the residents had apparently heard his scream. They came out and found him unconscious on his cart. They helped him down, brought him and his horse to their home, and parked the cart to one side. When he regained consciousness and they asked him what happened and what had frightened him, he didn't tell them the whole story. The work he was doing was illegal, and telling the truth could lead to trouble. So he evaded the question and simply said that he got scared seeing a body while passing the cemetery. The locals remarked, "Yes, many people get frightened on this road at night." They didn't have the slightest clue what had really happened. He returned home but became bedridden. Consulting many doctors and traditional healers did no good. Within 7 days, Tofa Dada passed away. However, before he died, he had told his family what had happened to him. Grief descended upon his family. His younger son, Moin, began to drive the cart. He was managing his work fairly well. A short time after Tofa Dada's death, Moin got a trip that was quite far. He had to leave early in the morning to return before evening.
For this reason, Moin asked his mother to wake him up right after the morning call to prayer. His mother woke him as requested. Rubbing his eyes, he went to the cart to get it ready, wake the horse, and give it some food.
When he reached his cart, which was parked on the side of the road, he saw a corpse wrapped in a white shroud lying on it. Seeing this, he ran back home, stumbled, and started screaming. The family members came out. His mother, who had woken him up just a little while ago, was awake. "What happened?" she asked. He said, "I saw a corpse on the cart." The family then thought that the head of the family, Tafazal Tofadada, had died from fright because of a corpse, and now this was happening again. This meant the cart was cursed and must not be kept. Following a family decision, Moin sold the cart along with the horse. He never drove a horse cart again. He took up another profession.
A year after Tofadada's death, strange things began to happen to Ainul Maji. In the interim, nothing had happened to him, nor had he experienced anything horrifying. With the 5 lakh taka, Ainul Maji had become quite wealthy. He bought cattle, raised them for a while, and then sold them for a profit, repeating this cycle. He became the owner of paddy fields and sold the rice. In this way, within a year, he had made even more money with that initial 5 lakh. But after 1 year, for no apparent reason, his cattle began to die one by one. The paddy fields he had bought were near the Padma River, and river erosion began. All his land was lost to the erosion. After 2004, the erosion of the Padma River in Rajbari had greatly increased. Those who are from the Rajbari district know that vast tracts of land were lost to that erosion, and among them were the lands Ainul Maji had bought. Having lost everything, Ainul Maji went mad, becoming a complete lunatic. When these events began, the cattle dying, he started to feel regret. He confessed his sin to his other family members, his children, who had been completely unaware of the despicable act he had committed. His family members had said, "You sold our mother's body for money. What answer will you give to God?" The loss of his cattle, the loss of his land, and the thought of the sin he had committed and how he could atone for it, all these thoughts drove him insane. He would wander from one place to another. Now, no one knows where he is, or if he is even alive. Let us know what you thought of the story in the comment box. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being with us.